Well, greetings to our tour family and community. Want to address all of our community as well as all of our parents this evening. As y'all know, 1 year ago this week marks the anniversary of COVID-19 interrupting our lives. It was last Wednesday that I remember everything beginning to be canceled, and then we had to meet to decide what to do pretty quickly for school. And as you know, we have been remote, or at least a combination of remote and person ever since. And so I want to commend all of our staff for adapting so quickly to the remote learning last spring and perfecting that remote learning this year and doing just a great job of really preparing and delivering really quality instruction to your students through the course of this whole school year. I also want to commend our parents for partnering with our teachers and our school district in providing really great support for the remote learning that we've done this school year. Lamesa ISD has been extremely blessed. We serve over 1,800 students in Lamesa ISD from pre-K to 12, and we only have had about 5% of our student body that has tested positive for COVID over the duration of this virus. And we've only had 2% of our elementary students test positive over the course of this last year. We have been very blessed as well at Lamesa ISD to not to have to cancel any of our UIL activities through the course of this school year due to any type of COVID-related occurrence. That has been very good for us. We have also not only not had to cancel athletic events, but have been extremely successful in all of our athletic events this year, including football, basketball, boys and girls playoffs, baseball, softball really thriving, doing good in track. Girls and boys golf are doing well, and boys and girls tennis off to a great start. Doing really good, and things are going really well here in Lamesa ISD in spite of COVID-19 for the last year. We have really been encouraging everyone this last year that we do not want this to become our new normal. We've been talking about feeding your faith, not your fear. Students have fallen further and further and further behind in critical reading at the K to 3 level, where it is imperative that students read, and if they're not on grade level by the end of third grade, statistics say they will never be on grade level regardless of the intervention we give them. So we believe at this time that this is a great opportunity for students to come back and the last 9 weeks to be able to find out where students are, be able to assess students, intervene with students, and then recommend students for summer school, retention, or a promotion in each one of their grades. On March 2nd, the governor issued an executive order number GA34 relating to COVID-19 restrictions in our state. On Wednesday, March 10th, this week, COVID-19 restrictions will be lifted in the state based on 6 weeks in Dawson County. Our statistics have been low for below 20 cases for the last 6 weeks. In Lamesa ISD, we've been blessed as well to have 0 student or staff cases over the last 2 weeks. We've had single digits since we returned from Christmas. Matter of fact, I think we've had under 10 total cases since the Christmas holiday. We believe we're in great standing and ready to come bring students back the last 9 weeks of school and try to assess and figure out where students are at. With that being said, our plan moving forward is that Lamesa ISD is going to, over the next 2 weeks, we're going to be sending out letters to parents. We're going to have our administrators be reaching out to parents, and we are going to be requiring all students who have not met grade level expectations relating to the TEKS and the STAR to return back on campus to Lamesa ISD beginning on Monday after spring break to all campuses. So what does that really mean? Let me describe that to you, exactly what we're talking about. So if your student is in kindergarten through third grade, we have given remote TPRI to many students. Some parents have not done that, or students have not chosen to do that. The ones who have done that, and we have tests on them, and they're okay, they met grade level, then those students will not be required to come back. Students who have not met grade level TPRI, or early reading instrument criteria, kindergarten, it's a TEJAS. So we will give those this week. Your principal will call you this week on Monday and set up a time to bring your student in that's been remote, and we'll have a secure testing area that's isolated from the rest of the students to take that particular early reading instrument. If your student is successful, then there will be no need for your student to return back from remote. If your student is not successful, we will be asking your student to return back the Monday after spring break. That is not a request, that is a mandate. We will not be able to continue to extend remote learning to your child if he does not meet the minimum standard of the literacy test that we'll be giving. So again, that's for kindergarten through third grade. From third grade up, fourth grade through 12th grade, if your student is failing any class from fourth grade through 12th, or if they failed the semester, those students will be required to return also to campus learning on the Monday after spring break. So let's go back over that again. There is a possibility to waive that. And your principal will call you on Monday and let you know what the specifics are on that. But essentially what that means is, if you think your student is meeting grade level expectations, we'll be willing to give your student a release STAR test in that particular grade. If your student is proficient on that test, we'll be glad to allow your student to stay remote.